What's up, fiends? Alucard here. Today we'll be diving into Bad Dreams, the Best of Nightmares Film Festival 2022. Bad Dreams, the Best of Nightmares Film Festival 2022 is the second of the series to be released by HorrorPack. This one is HorrorPack Limited Edition Blu-ray number 80, and I have reviewed the 2021 collection before, and I'll leave that link in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. The Nightmares Film Festival occurs every October in Columbus, Ohio, and HorrorPack has teamed up with them once again to release the 10 best shorts from the festival. So let's get into the shorts. First up, we have Bad Acid, written and directed by Sam Fox and stars Kate Hollowell. It runs for just 6.5 minutes, and this one is about an aerobics fanatic named Sheila who inadvertently ingests a toxin that transports her into the aerobics tape she's watching. This one is pretty fun and trippy. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm just going to end right there. I'm going to give this one 3.75 bats out of 5. The second short is called Black Creek Trail from director Soma Helmy and stars Jamie Saginaw and Jylon Vanover. My apologies if I mispronounced any of that. I'm sure I probably did. This one clocks in at 10.5 minutes and is about a solo female hiker named Alex who encounters an overzealous male hiker named Terry, and she cannot seem to shake him. This one is well done, but a bit predictable. The performances are great, don't get me wrong. I just knew where this was headed from the get-go, so it really didn't do all that much for me. I'm going to give it 2.5 bats out of 5. The third short is called Check the Locks from writer-director Eric Larson and stars Angela Wong Carbone. It runs for 15 minutes. This one is a weird one for me because I guess I kind of didn't get it. It's about a woman retreating to her friend's cabin and her world kind of turns against her. I guess is a good way to describe it. Again, a very good performance from Angela Wong Carbone, but this one just kind of went over my head. So, but everything else was great. Like I said, it looked great. The acting's good. So I'm going to give it 2 bats out of 5. Now on to short number 4. It's called Leave the Baby Outside from the writer-director team of Jack Bishop and Justin Nim. And this one stars Bob Turton. This one runs for 7.5 minutes and is about a father walking his infant in a stroller, and he sees a strange hooded figure in the window of a large pink house. The hooded figure communicates with the father that he needs help, and I'll leave it at that. This one is absolutely fantastic. One of my 2 favorites of the entire collection. Bob Turton is really, really great here, and the cinematography kind of echoes the Black Hole Sun music video. If you've seen that, highly, highly recommended. Going to give this one 4 3/4 bats out of 5. Next, we move on to the 5th short called Love is a Fire from writer-director Sophie Somaroff, stars Selena Bernstein and Kenny Yates. This one runs just under 12 minutes, and I'm just going to read the description from IMDb as it doesn't give anything away. Soon after moving in together, a couple is forced to confront their challenges with intimacy exacerbated by a toxic yeast infection and deep-rooted insecurities as their relationship slowly devolves. This is another excellent short film here. The acting is a very high caliber, and I was into the story, and I wanted to see where it was going to go. So I'm going to give this one 4 bats out of 5. Now we start getting into the longer shorts of the collection. The 6th short is called Night Flirt, produced, co-written, and directed by Samuel Gonzalez Jr., and stars Gigi Gustin and the vocal talents of Bill Moseley. This one clocks in at 18 minutes and is about a young woman with cabin fever named Tammy. She takes up a job as a phone sex operator to pass the time. The caller she receives brings her into a nightmarish world. This one is also excellent. I literally had no idea where this thing was going. Bill Moseley is always great, and Gigi Gustin really shows a lot of promise here. I'm going to give this one 4 bats out of 5. The 7th short is called The Tunnel, from director John Clark, and stars Anthony Douglas and Kenyatta Davis. This one also clocks in at 18 minutes and is about a couple plagued by hate crimes purchasing a new home, only to discover an underground tunnel with a time dilation. So what that means, in this movie at least, is 1 minute in the tunnel equates to about an hour when they exit. I won't get into what happens, but it's pretty interesting to say the least. The acting's great, the house is gorgeous, and the story is intriguing. I'm going to give it 3.5 bats out of 5. Now on to short number 8, called Unbidden. Edited, written, and directed by Andre Rothschild Perez and stars Tom Cross. This is the longest story, clocking in at nearly 22 minutes, but it flies by. This one's about a family vacationing in the sticks where they discover a young boy and a monster following that young boy that only their son can see. This one is an absolute banger. I want this one fleshed out and made into a feature film. It's that good. The performances are stellar, the monster is scary, and the cinematography is fantastic. I'm going to actually go out on a limb here, and I'm giving this one the Golden Bat Award. 5 bats out of 5. And after all that, we move on to short number 9, called Velma, starring the writer-director Scarlett Marino. This one runs 14.5 minutes. This one is set in the 1960s, where Velma takes us on a psychological journey that examines sexuality, shame, and our societal views of both. And I can't really go much further without giving stuff away. I will say this one is very lush visually. The costuming is on point, and Scarlett gives a great performance. So I'm going to give it 3.5 bats out of 5. And now we get to the final short, called Viral, from director Michael Rich, and stars Jose de Jesus Martinez. It runs for 13 minutes and is about a laborer named Miguel, who's also a YouTuber on the side. On his way to work one early morning, he hits a creature in the road and totes it in the back of his truck to work. Come to find out, it's not dead and is now angry. This one is a lot of fun, and as a part-time YouTuber, I really got a kick out of this one. I'm going to give this one 4 bats out of 5. Overall, this is a really stellar collection of short films. All of them are worth your time, even the ones I personally didn't care for. As a whole, I'm going to give it 4.25 bats out of 5. Very happy to have it in my collection. And massive kudos to all the talented people behind these shorts. I cannot wait to see what all of you do next. Until next time, adiosi, Bella Lugosi.